Good evening, my beautiful friends. Welcome to The Progressive. Now, this is presentation number 12 written communication, emails, tone, language. It's become a normal thing now. I remember the time when emails newly came to office and we were like super excited. Wow, emails, you can just send an email to somebody across continents, across the oceans. That was a fascinating thing. But now it's like everybody sends emails to everyone. Doesn't matter what they are typing. They'll send emails and then call and say, did you get my email? Remember, you are doing this. I know who you are. So, have an email communication rules, do's and don'ts, etiquette. People, etiquette. You don't know what etiquette is? Manners in emailing. How you email, what you email. What kind of language do you use in your emails? People have email fights. Seriously, I've seen project managers having fights over emails. It's really ridiculous. You think people having experience are very controlled in their mannerism? They're not. You'll find out whenever you work. Also, if you're a working person watching this, you know what I'm talking about. So keep watching and leave your comments and subscribe. This is bizarre. I recorded something and it all disappeared. Now I have to record the whole set of slides again. Well, how does it get better than this? Right, so we are talking about written communication. Most of these are do's and don'ts, so we'll see as we go along, yes? Nice. Now, so what are written communication these days, and I'm focusing on here, is about emails. Yes, whatever you write, most of them are emails. If you get your emails sorted out, you get pretty much most of the shit sorted out in your communication, trust me. Most of the misunderstanding goes based on emails these days. So you need to understand structure, style, content, and external communications. We'll go through quickly the do's and don'ts, all the list. I will quickly, very, very quickly skim through this. For most of it is just do's and don'ts and a checklist. You can pause it whenever you want in the video. Take notes. This is based on my experience as well as all the latest styles available out there on the net. First one, email should always be a way of formalizing communication. Don't substitute this for dialogue. Never make emails a discussion. Keep emails as short as possible. Do not follow up emails with a phone call saying, I sent you an email, can you please check your email box? Your emails is not coming from the Prime Minister of a country. Don't think of yourself too important, alright? Do not follow up emails with a phone call, rather meet. One of the main reasons executives find problems with the time is too many emails. Stop flooding everybody's email box. They should make it a rule in some corporation these days. I don't know why nobody has thought of this. Email is an administrative task. Try to schedule time of the day, preferably latter half, because your brain doesn't work very well in the later half of the day. Yes? More email do's and don'ts. Structure and organize the email folders, separated by department, client, projects you are working on, etc. Structure your folders. All departments are not directly related to you, so make departments of HR, finance, etc. Operations, projects of different kinds you are in. Always make email rules such that your replies of a particular project are stored in the same folder. All emails written between colleagues are official. There's no friend in your organization. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to report, but that's the way it is. Treat it with that attitude, professional only. Never write emails when frustrated or angry or emotional state. This is pretty common than you think. Everybody reacts on an email. Never get personal on emails. Never use words like you, your. It's always collective. This encourages collaboration and cooperation. Trust this and follow this. Never contradict or misquote on an email. What was discussed in person remains exactly the same on an email. Don't contradict yourself again and say something else. Always try to stay objective and to the topic. Okay? Emails are a way of formalizing data and communications. Not a way for you to sit and discuss things. Always prioritize email by color. Use flags to decide. Okay? Further do's and don'ts. Group emails. Never convey in a group email what you expect from one person in the group. This creates too many email flooding, right? 50 people and everybody is responding to all. No, I think this, no, I think that. No. call up, talk, have an MS Teams meet or a Skype business meet. Group emails are for communicating a common agenda, like having a meeting. Some meeting is scheduled, or some project update is there, or something is applicable to the whole organization. That's a group email. Never use emails to schedule appointments one-to-one. Use calendars for this. Never instruct another in an active voice. As discussed, you will give me this or that. It's offensive and rude. Try to tone your email so that it's objective, it's practical, and not rude to the other person. Do not spend inordinate amounts of time composing emails. Get good at being short, precise. Be precise. As time progresses, your work in a company or project, emails accumulate. So get good at archiving, get good at segregation, prioritizing, providing timely responses to each email. Every email does not warrant a response. Some are just for information. Keep it that way. Don't respond to every email. Clarification over email should be avoided as a rule. You can always call up and talk first and summarize later by email. Avoid having email conversations with either colleagues or friends at work. Use email only to send request, data, or information. Okay? Avoid taking colleagues hostage. Okay? Don't take people hostage on emails. I sent you that email the other day. In that email you said this. In this email you are saying that. See? Creates more confusion. Use email communication with prudence. The lesser the better. Less emails are better, not more emails. Always proofread your complete email before clicking the send button. Never be in a hurry to send the email. Intra-office email structure. We're talking about structure. Clarify your thoughts first. Go through this. Purpose of your communication before you starting. Why are you sending this email? Identify the key points, facts, and themes. Decide on a logical structure of what you have to say. Compose a strong beginning and a strong ending. It's very important. Go through these points. Use short paragraphs and sentences rather than long rambling ones. Nobody's interested in listening to a whole story that you have. Summarize. Some more points about structure. Help key points to stand out by using headings and subheadings. This will allow your reader to quickly scan your message from the main points. Use this approach. Reader is quickly able to understand your needs this way. The checklist is like this. Take care of all this checklist. I want to read through all of this. This is summarizing the basic points discussed before. How much information and detail will they need? Why should you use specialist terms, or should you translate this to make yourself understood by the generalist reader? Use this checklist. How formal and informal should your writing be? Okay, you decide this. Always try to be more on the formal side. Then comes another one of style checklist. Go through this checklist. These are all borrowed from various beautiful sources on the internet, which are written by experienced people in management, and many of them I follow regular basis. Make it a habit. It's a matter of cultivating a good habit of working. And email is one of the very crucial ones. Because people these days use emails as hostage. Or I sent you the email the other day, you did not respond. Very rude, very, very rude. How can you expect any teamwork like this? The content of the emails. Here's the checklist for the content of the emails. Okay? Does your content have clear objectives? Is it precise? Is it emotional? Finally, does it end with a follow-up? Okay? You need to take care of all of these things before you send. There is more content checklist. You can have all this checklist noted down and use it in your daily email correspondence, the way you correspond. Then comes external email communications from your organization to the other. You may be talking to a vendor, a contractor, a client, a marketing client, or a number of clients, or a bank, or a builder, or an institution of some kind, or government, or something. External email communications follow similar structure as entered, but they are more formal. Okay, use more formality there. Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so. Always subject the email specific sales invoice or customer support ID or a project number or something, or document number or something. External emails are out of the company. So response times may vary because the other person, you don't know, they're not in your organization that you can walk across and discuss or ask them, I sent an email, are you free to respond, or can you schedule a time for response, because they are out of your organization, they are busy with other things. Respect this and don't keep on pestering them with different follow-ups. More on external communications and external email communications generally follow. We discussed these points, I think, but anyway. They should be more formal. There should always be a subject to the email with a specific customer support ID or such, or document number or something. Be very formal, Mr. Mrs. Be very specific in the subject of the email. You can always search your email box later also easily that way. External emails are out of the company. Response times of the company may vary. Okay, you don't expect everybody to respond in 10 minutes. It's very, very rude. Points to remember in emails: never hit reply to all button while sending unless you're absolutely sure that each and every one in CC list also requires a response. Know your company rules regarding file attachment. These days the size of the attachment is 20 MB, so reduce your file size, make it concise, extract pages if you are using PDF, and send only the relevant pages. Pick up the phone and talk whenever. Evaluate the importance of your email, whether it needs to be sent or not. Don't just use high priority for every email. Maintaining privacy. If you're sending a message to a group or a group of people, you need to protect privacy. You'll always use BCC. Okay? Know your audience. Use the audience criteria. Always use a signature. Many people don't use signature. They think everybody knows their name as if they are the President of the United States. It's not like that. You should always include your signature, who you are, what you are in the organization. Your email is a reflection of you. Be professional in this always, please. Last point to finish up. Use separate inbox for every internal email and every external email. Use number of folders. Folders can be by inbox, CC, external, or set up different folders by different departments or projects. Be creative about this. It's a really good way to manage your time and energy you put in emails. People spend inordinate amount of time on emails these days, which is completely unnecessary. What could be told in 20 emails can be summarized in one phone call or one meeting and followed up with an email. Use email for follow-up of a discussion rather than starting a discussion, always.